from Memory Bound. This is Kelly and I'm here with our Tuesday video. This week we're going to show you some work with some oxide inks and Tim's new stamp set called Nature's Wonder. This week we're going to show you some samples with Tim's new stamp set called Nature's Wonder, which is really beautiful leaf images. And we're going to take it and mix it up with some of the oxide inks. I have just a little confession. I work here at Memory Bound and I have never really used the oxide inks except once in a class with Tim Holtz. So I had a lot of fun working on these and getting to know the oxides, and I hope you will too. Now, we are mostly going to use our oxides today for backgrounds. Fall is here. You'll notice that the leaves are changing, so we are going to work with some really good fall color. Work with oxides. You're going to use the blending tools just like you do with the normal Distress inks. And what I found with experimenting with these a little bit, they're creamy and juicy, and you just can kind of come off your mat. You must have a different color blending tool for every color of ink, or you're going to end up with a very muddy looking background. A little bit of orange, and we're going to add in a little bit of fossilized amber, and we're just going to kind of overlap them. Now when I'm working, I just keep my blending tools sitting right on top of my ink pads, and then I don't have to worry about picking one up and accidentally using it in the wrong ink pad. And I'm just gonna go around my edges because I just like those edges a little bit darker. Just think it kind of finishes it off. Another thing you can do with the oxides, like with the Distress, is add some spritzes of water. You can kind of see up close where it's already changing the color and adding some splatters, and we're just going to let that dry. We have our background and we have our really beautiful leaf stamps, which are going to look awesome on here. So I'm going to peel off an oak leaf. You can use a Misty if you like, but these stamps are such great quality that I have found they stamp just beautifully the way they are. So I might just stamp this leaf on the little green area. This stamp set has a lot of inspirational saying. Just put that right there. These cards that we're making are so simple that I could probably leave it just like it is, or I can add a few more leaves. So there I have a card front. I accidentally discovered a kind of cool technique that I want to show you next. You'll see on this card where I've stamped the leaves, I've got more of the orange color oxides, and the rest of my card has got the greens and yellows. Now this was an accident. I loved it so much that now I'm going to plan my next card and show you how to do that. Here's my card front, and let's just think about where I might put my leaves. Put some more green in the middle, and then on these corners I'm going to do some yellows and oranges. So I'm going to start out with my yellows and oranges, and I'm going off of my mat. Maybe some people have been doing it since the beginning of time, or since the beginning of Tim Holtz, but for me this was something kind of new and exciting. Just now adding a little more of these highlight colors and blending them out a little bit. I think this one will look good here. These stamps are very high quality, and you can see how nice they're stamping with a block. And I like to add my brown or black around the outside edges. Okay, I've got my framed card front, and I want to put a message on there. We've got lots of little sayings that we can use. I think we'll say a different path doesn't make you lost. If you're nervous about stamping, get your Misty out or your stamp positioner and you can stamp it. I'm feeling very comfortable with these stamps. They just tend to really stamp nicely and with one stamp. So this would be my card front. Our card front is all done. We can add it to a craft color, a black, a natural. For all you bling creators, we could add a little glitter like we did to this one. We added a little glitter, and you can see that we've got a little bit more of the orange ink where the flowers are stamped. So those turned out really cute. And that's Tim's mini bouquet stamp. You could add a die cut sentiment or a die cut, add a little bit of glitter. So you can accent with some twine or ribbon. I know it's fall, but I just couldn't help myself. I was experimenting. I had to do up a little Christmas oxide background. I did the same thing like we did with the spot color for the leaves, but I did it for the tree and made it green and then put a red background on it. And that's using this carved Christmas stamp from Tim Holtz. Like Tim Holtz says in his Nature's Wonder stamp set, There is beauty in simplicity, and never use your sense of wonder. So get out your oxides, do a little experimenting, have some fun making backgrounds, and have a super crafty day.